daughter of the Duskendale Lord? Sure, I need to press. Well, that didn't help. He only wants to be friends. I have a dragon. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're just children. A childhood crush is no big deal. Yeah, I would think that... Whatever. Don't let yourself be too hurt by it there. Also, don't let yourself get overwhelmed by stress, because your childhood has not been a pleasant one, apparently. Maybe try and get alliances with more of our house members through our siblings, and hope they don't rebel against us. I can't imagine them trying to rebel against us, but you never know with the old Targaryen thing. Turns out Targaryens really have a hankering for power, no matter which era you're in. A few of them have been truly good people. The rest of them just are a cantankerous lot. But such is the nature of magic, dragons, and brothers and sisters, and... I've been spurned? I hope she dies of consumption. Goodness great. I don't know why she doesn't like... I think it might be because we're only half-siblings. But we're Targaryens, for goodness sake. Maybe it's pre-programmed into the game that she hates us. But... Wow, she just has a very poor opinion of all of us. What happened to you? Oh my god. This is a very unsafe land. Like, half the lords and beyond have already, or their heirs have passed, just by doing stupid stuff. And I'm not looking too good either. Just ridiculous. Goodness gracious. I do love me some Pokemon. I mean, it's a game of my childhood like it is for so many others. But beyond that, it's also just a well-made... Eventually became a well-made game. The first couple, they're rough around the edges, don't get me wrong. But once we establish kind of the later, Gen 3 and onward, that's kind of the cream of the crop when you start getting into those games. The first couple, again, rough, but the learning curve and all that. But I'm happy with where the series had ended up. Though it's been rough in these past couple of games in terms of competitive battling, which is where a lot of my interest lies. Certainly there have been... There's ups and downs like everything else. But overall, Pokemon, a fantastic series. Go to Datu. Gonna become Modest. Go to our Execute. Who's going to also become Modest. I think you're sensing a theme here. Go to Dottler, who's going to become, you guessed it, Modest. Unfortunately, breaking away from our pattern here is we're going to get Bronzor, who's going to become a defensive type as opposed to anything else. This down here, the answer is an item of some sort. Sunstone. Already got ourselves a Soul Rock. I don't think we particularly need a Sunstone. Same with the whole slavery thing. Turns out my people, not the nicest at this point in history. It's gonna be a long time before we can set things right, but we'll get there eventually, I promise. I plan to be a at least decent person once I can wrangle all these famines and wars and British people under control. Okay, we're almost in the green for the first time this game. Well, technically not the first time. It was blipping up and down right when the game started, but then I realized what I needed to do, and we've never been positive since. So, almost back positive for what realistically is the first time this game. Turns out debt spirals, not a fun thing, especially because we're currently $26.7 million in debt. Didn't we beat these guys? Why is all of a sudden the church in charge again? We put down that rebellion, and yet somehow they still end up in power? I guess if they can't do it through the military, they do it through subterfuge and bureaucracy. Certainly one way to go about it. Very annoying, but hey, it happens. At the very least, this is held pretty steady. It's not gone up or down too much. Barring the unfortunate incident where we gained a bunch of, about 1 million of them. But, outside of that, it's only, what, a fifth of our population in open rebellion? Well, not open rebellion, near open rebellion? Fine. No need to worry about that. They'll deal with themselves eventually. Otherwise, we have plenty of bullets to go around. One for each of them. Maybe 2 if necessary. Let's say no to I get, Portugal, that you're helping me out and supporting my independence. Don't really want to do the same turnaround for you because I'm much more worried about you declaring early than I am about me declaring early. Because I'll declare at the right time. I don't believe you will. But thanks for the help, but no thank you. Okay, you petition the government is for what? National supremacy? No. Racial segregation? No. We're not bad people over here. I promise. Just misunderstood. And of course, what we have more of than anybody else in the world, probably. Opium. We may not be the monsters that are the British, but the Chinese do enjoy their opium, so... I guess we'll be selling. We just need to have a civil war and stomp down everybody. That'll get everybody to calm down a bit, I think. It's civil war. Always good for unifying ideals, because everybody on the opponent's side no longer has a brain to have ideas. It's brilliant. We're not messing with the hippo. That's rule number 1 when going anywhere with hippos. Don't go places with hippos. But step number 2 is, do what you can to avoid them if at all possible. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to follow links down below if you want to see some of my content, and I will see you all next time.